162 pages away from finishing The Black Queen by Jumata Emill. It is Sunday, the 26th, and there are 3 more days left in the month in order to complete this. But I want to have this done, filmed, and edited by Monday, so I can post it on Tuesday and then post it on Monday, so on Tuesday I can tell you about the readathon that I have set up for the month of March. So you are going to watch me finish this. Let's go! That teacher is too interested for me. He goes on my list. Chapter 24. Ooh, there's only 100 pages left, y'all. We done read 60-ish pages. There's only 100 left before the book is complete. Her mama is the worst! The worst. Oh, that's disgusting. Have more faith in yourself than that. It's a cat. Hello, Leitron. Hey, that's my bookmark. I need that. Ooh, I missed something important. Who is it? Who is it? 92 pages left. Jessica Family. Wait, isn't she the one? I don't remember who Jessica is. Okay, here's how I think it went down. Nova knows that Jessica is in an inappropriate relationship with Hayward, the younger looking teacher. Now something in between has occurred to where she has this information and she is going to use it to threaten Jessica. But I don't know what Jessica has that Nova doesn't have. Like, why would she want to blackmail her? What can Jessica gain for her? Oh, they got a whole little Mission Impossible thing going on. Okay. Really? Plantation Hills? She's going to see Hayward. She's going to see Hayward. Ooh, muffled shouting. Uh-oh. I knew they were together. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. I knew it, I knew it. Oh shit, took a picture?
Still filming?
Mm-hmm.
What's she yelling about?
There's a sordid affair with a teacher and a student. Yeah. That student threatened Nova. Nova is now dead. What else happened? the main suspect's sister's husband's having an affair, and she took a picture and was like, now you have evidence, you can like break up. And she's like, this is what rich and powerful families do. They don't worry about infidelity, they manage it. So that's what's going on so far. But I knew it. I knew that was an affair. I'm almost done.
Yeah?
Yeah. 82 pages.
Cool.
When I started, there was 162.
Well, finish crushing it, baby. Enjoy.
The cats are so cute.
The cat?
Yeah. Yeesh. We leaving around empty threads, sweet baby Jesus. And welcome back. It is the 26th of February, 2 days away from the first day of March, 2 days away from the end of February. And I have completed The Black Queen by Jumata Emill. I'm going to give this 3 carats, which is a lot lower than I thought I would give it. The best way to describe this book is ill-fitting. As you can see, the cover doesn't fit the book. It slides up, it slides down. It was so annoying that I had to take it off and read without the cover for most of its time. That is the best way to describe this book. This book is pitched as a scathing look into race relations, into integration policy. It's based in this town that has had this all-white school forever, and a bunch of black kids are bussed in after Katrina, and because there are such a small amount of black kids, and also that the school has never been integrated before, all of these new policies regarding race and quotas and things of that nature, which can be seen as, see, like, I can't even hold it to look for this word that they use because it's very fucking annoying. As I was saying, a lot of it sounded like performative activism, not real change. The whole gist of this novel is supposed to be that this school, who is recently integrated, gets its first black homecoming queen. A girl who is supposed to have it by legacy is upset, and she makes a damning video about how the queen should be killed and dropped into a slave cemetery. Hours later, the queen is killed and dropped into a slave cemetery, and while at the beginning, her appearance, while her best friend Duchess solves the murder, it appears like, oh, I'm not guilty, I want to prove who is guilty, let me get out there. But the chapters in which feature Duchess and which feature Tinsley are not equivalent. There's a lot more Tinsley and a lot more of Tinsley's family and their shortcomings or what have you than the other black characters in this book. Tinsley seems to be a focus and the black characters seem to take a back seat, which is not what we should be getting with a book that has this kind of synopsis, especially written by a black author. Like, it felt very, it felt very white privilege-y. Basically, it's got this story going on that she's running around accusing people, trying to figure out who did it so she can save herself. Meanwhile, there's a rich woman who is killed, and one person saw their black gardener leave around the same time, not even close, around the same time, and he's in jail. But there is video evidence that says she's going to do exactly what she did, and then it got done, and everyone knew that she was trying to blackmail her into not becoming queen, and yet she's able to run around town doing whatever she pleases, accusing people left and right, following people. Like, if she was black, she would be up underneath the jail. Correlation of that is not lost in this book, but what should be like a duh is like a, oh, now I see. And we're supposed to praise her for just not having any social awareness. Like, I'm not okay with that. The mystery itself was lackluster. I knew who did it. There were a lot of red herrings. But for a minute, it looked like the only black kid in the AP classes did it, and I was ready to DNF. Like, I was like, if you make this black on black crime, I'm gonna throw this novel out the window. That's not what happened. And we get a lot more of the backstory and everything. Nova, her parents, how everything works. And this does have a soliloquy at the end. Like, the villain does tell you their reasons for doing it. But it's so racist. The book is really centered on the trauma, and while I knew that going in, I really thought that the black best friend Duchess was going to be the focus, and we were going to get a detailed account of like her grief process and how she's going to put all of her work into saving her best friend and finding out, you know, justice for Nova. And instead, that's not what I got. That's not what I got. So if I look at it from, let's say I read it and I didn't know the synopsis, it probably would have been better. But knowing the synopsis, knowing that it's own voices, knowing that it's a black author writing about black characters in a racist area, I was expecting better. Especially about the fact that the black characters are often not only left behind, but often in the background. I was really disappointed. I gave this 3 stars when I finished, but on like further reflection, I'm gonna give it 2.5. I probably won't read anything else from this author, and it's honestly a bit of a disappointing end to the Black History Month Readathon. Oh well, we'll get them next time. So, This is the last book of the Black History Month Readathon. With this book completed, we are done for the month of February, which brings me into letting you know that the announcement for March's Readathon will be up on the 1st, and I will see you then. Thanks so much for listening to me ramble. I'm Gabby. This is the Ink Bunny, and I'll see you next time. Hop out. Hey guys, so yesterday I finished Pretty Dead Queens by Alexa Donne. I'll make sure you guys can see that. I finished that. That makes the 3rd book finished in the month of February. The TBR was set for 5. I don't know if I'm going to get to As Good as Dead because the book club girlies are out living their best life. One of them is in LA. The other one is congratulating her husband on a new career. So they're busy, okay? So while I'm caught up, they might not be caught up in time for us to finish the book this month, but we will probably finish it within the next couple of days. So I want to talk about Pretty Dead Queens by Alexa Donne. So I actually picked up the Ivies, but I hadn't read it yet. And then I saw someone recommend Pretty Dead Queens, and I was like, I don't know what that's about, let me go look that up. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh my god, I must read this. I must read this novel. So, after waiting a week and a half for the library to get it in, I started reading it on my Kindle. So, here's the story. It's about a main character. Her name is Cecilia. Her mother dies from cancer, and she has to move to a small town called Seaview to live with her grandmother. Now, she knows about her grandmother, but she's not, like, well-versed in her grandmother, and her daughter, Cecilia's mom, were estranged. So she's moving into this house, into this new city, and everything is new to her. Also, she is a senior in high school, so starting in a new school is going to be rough, even if you aren't the girl whose mom died, you know? So, turns out that when she gets there, her grandmother, Mara, is a prolific murder mystery writer. She has her own convention, y'all. She's basically Murder, She Wrote. J.B. Fletcher, okay? So, she moves in, she realizes that her grandma is not only sort of famous, but hella famous. Like, there's a wing at the school named after her. She moves in, and she starts to peruse her grandma's library of novels, and realizes that her first novel is about a homecoming queen that's murdered. Turns out that story is real, to an extent. The names have been changed, you know, characters are different, but the murder happened in Seaview. So then she starts asking her grandma about it, and basically the grandma discovered the body of the homecoming queen, and the grandma was second runner-up. They were all friends, and that the homecoming queen had been murdered by a janitor. So she starts school, she's got new friends, there's this new love interest named Ben. He was so cute, y'all. I loved him. And turns out there is a new group of friends, and almost all of them are descendants of the original group of friends with the homecoming queen that died. Fast forward to one of the friends being murdered in the exact same way that the original homecoming queen has been murdered, almost as an anniversary, okay? And our main character, Cecilia, discovers the body. And she's like, I can't cope. I have so much grief. her mom died. She's in a new school. She's uncomfortable. She's unfamiliar. And just as she's learning, like, names, faces, getting to know these new people, one is knocked off. So in a bid to try and tamp down her grief and find something constructive to do, she decides that she's going to find out who murdered her. And then the story zooms off from there. The character development is so good. There are so many characters. All of them are suspicious. You don't know who did what. You don't know who you should trust. The romance bits I was not expecting, but they were so cute. Like Cecilia and Ben, chef's kiss, loved them. What else? Oh, I gave it 5 carrots. There were like 4 twists. All of them were fucking mind-blowing and amazing. I was not prepared, okay? And I promise you, you won't be prepared either. I was not ready. I was not ready. So I finished reading it Thursday, I think. Today is Thursday. I finished reading it Wednesday or Tuesday. One of those 2 days. It was so good. It was so good. I absolutely loved it. And the way that it was written almost makes it seem like it could be the beginning of a series. I don't know if that's what she was going for, but this book is newer, so I'm really, really hoping that it is a series. And we get to follow this character as she continues to solve crimes, because that would be amazing. I would love that. So, Pretty Dead Queens by Alexa Donne is our 3rd finished novel in the month of February. The only book left on our absolute must-complete Black History Month readathon is The Black Queen by Jumata Emill, and I am currently 153 pages in that, which is about 30% of the way through. There are still 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. There are still 5 days left in the month, so I absolutely plan on completing The Black Queen and completing the TBR for February. I also, because my mind has been all over the place, have a new idea for a readathon for March. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out, and I will see you March 1st with our readathon theme. I'm so excited. So, yeah, because now I'm getting sidetracked. New readathon coming. Make sure you subscribe. Pretty Dead Queens by Alexa Donne. Amazing. 5 carrots. It was dope. Make sure you read it. Go tell your mama. It's amazing. Everybody should read it. It should be required reading for mystery lovers. That's how good that book was. Okay? And I will see you guys next time. This is the Ink Bunny. I'm Gabby. Hop out.